bribery.
ঘুষ দুর্নীতি এর বিরুদ্ধে সবাইকে সজাগ থাকতে হবে এবং এগুলি অনেক সময় আমাদের সমাজকে নষ্ট করে দেয়।
Khaleda Zia in jail for corruption. Government can do nothing to bail her out, says Obaidul Qadir. Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood suggests coordinated effort to face climate change impact. Hearing in Rohingya genocide case continues for third day at ICJ. Myanmar's denial not acceptable as ample evidence can prove charges, maintains Gambia. Polling continues in UK general election, deciding fate of Brexit. And in Bangabandhu BPL, Rajshahi Royals beat Dhaka Platoon by 9 wickets. Khulna Tigers defeat Chattogram Challengers by 8 wickets in other match. Assalamu alaikum. I am Aliza Ibrahim welcoming you to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Centre.
And I am Imtiaz Ahmed Siddiqui. You just heard the headlines. Let's move on to the details of those and other stories. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has asked all public servants, including fresh officials of the administration, to stay alert about corruption and bribery and properly use the public money in the country's development. The Prime Minister was addressing the closing and certificate giving ceremony of the 113th, 114th and 115th BCS administration and law courses in the capital this morning. The Prime Minister distributed certificates among the participants of the 5-month training courses. A total of 120 admin cadre officers attended the three courses. She said all will have to remain careful about graft and bribery, as these menaces many times destroy society and activities. Sheikh Hasina simultaneously urged the fresh officers of the administration to work with patriotism and dutifulness for further development of the country. The Prime Minister said her government launched drives against corruption, terrorism and narcotics to root out these social menaces from the country and directed the fresh officials of the administration to give special attention in this regard. She also asked them to work with more innovative ideas, saying that they can change the face of their area and make its development visible through their work.
আমরা এখন 90 ভাগে আমাদের নিজস্ব অর্থায়ন আমরা বাস্তবায়ন করি। সেই ক্ষেত্রে আমি বলবো নবীন কর্মকর্তা হিসেবে যে এই যে কষ্ট করে আমরা যে অর্জনটা করি, আর কারা ট্যাক্স দেয়, আমাদের দেশের মানুষ, আর কারা খাটে, আমার গরিব কৃষক, আমাদের শ্রমিক শ্রেণী, আমাদের সাধারণ মানুষ, তারাই তো খাটে। তাদের এই অর্থগুলি যথাযথভাবে দেশের উন্নয়নের জন্য ব্যয় হয় এবং উন্নয়নটা যেন পরিকল্পিতভাবে হয়, মিতব্যয়িতার সাথে আমরা আরো বেশি উন্নয়ন যাতে করতে পারি সেদিকে বিশেষভাবে দৃষ্টি দেবার জন্য আমি অনুরোধ জানাচ্ছি। কারণ আমি জানি যে একটা অফিসার ইচ্ছা করলে একটা জেলা বা একটা ইউনিয়ন বা একটা উপজেলার চেহারা পাল্টে দিতে পারে, পরিবেশ পাল্টে দিতে পারে, উন্নয়ন দৃশ্যমান করে দিতে পারে, এটা কিন্তু পারবে। তো সেই ধরনের ইনোভেটিভ আইডিয়া থাকতে হবে, পরিকল্পনা থাকতে হবে, চিন্তা চেতনা থাকতে হবে, দেশের প্রতি ভালোবাসা থাকতে হবে, দেশের প্রতি কর্তব্যবোধ থাকতে হবে এবং এটা মনে রাখতে হবে যে এই দেশটা আমাদের।
State Minister for Public Administration Ministry Farhad Hussain, Chairman of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Public Administration Ministry Agent Ashikur Rahman, Public Administration Secretary Faiz Ahmed and Rector of the Bangladesh Civil Service Administration Academy Qazi Roshan Akhtar spoke at the function. A delegation of Bangabandhu Sanskritik Jot, led by its President Tarana Halim, made a courtesy call on President Mohammad Abdul Hamid at Bongo Bhavan this afternoon. Later, President's Press Secretary Janal Abidin briefed the reporters. During the meeting, the delegation apprised the President of overall activities of the Cultural Alliance, terming the arts and culture as one of the key indicators of the development and progress of the country. President Abdul Hamid said arts and culture is an effective medium for creating public awareness against irregularities, repression and torture in the society. Lauding the activities of Bangabandhu Sanskritik Jot, President Abdul Hamid hoped that they would continue their efforts for building awareness on various social issues in the days to come. President Secretary Shampod Borua and Military Secretary Major General S.M. Shamimuzzaman were present. The Digital Bangladesh Day was observed across the country today with theme Verify Accuracy before sharing on the internet. On the occasion, a colourful rally was brought out from the South Plaza of the Parliament building in the morning. Information and Communication Technology Division organised a discussion meeting where Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry was present as chief guest. She said all have to be more cautious and be responsible to publish or share false views in social medias using digital devices. Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry urged all to come forward in building developed and prosperous Bangladesh free from hunger and poverty by 2041 using information technology. Senior Secretary to the ICT Division N.M. Ziaul Alam and State Minister for ICT Junaid Ahmed Polok, among others, spoke on the occasion. Later, the Speaker inaugurated the day's program by releasing balloons. Earlier, Information and Communication Technology Division placed wreaths at the portrait of Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, at Dhanmondi, the capital. State Minister for ICT Junaid Ahmed Polok and senior officials of ICT Division were present on the occasion.
Ambassador of Kosovo to Bangladesh, Gunnar Urera, paid a courtesy call on Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry at her office in Dhaka today. During the meeting, they discussed bilateral issues including parliamentary activities, expansion of trade and commerce, and socio-economic situation in Kosovo. The Speaker said, under the pragmatic leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh's economy reached a different height and the country is now a role model of development in the world. Citing an excellent investment situation is prevailing in the country. The Speaker urged Kosovan business community to invest in medicine and jute sections at the 100 specialized economical zones across the country. Ambassador Gunnar Urera said Bangladesh became a role model of development within a short period, which is worth following. The ambassador emphasized formation of parliamentary friendship group for further strengthening the diplomatic relationship between the two countries. The judiciary system of the country is now enjoying full freedom during the government of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The case for which Begum Khaleda Zia has been suffering imprisonment was a corruption case, and as such the government has nothing to do with it. Awami League General Secretary and Road and Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir said this at the Triennial Council of Kurigram District Awami League in the district today. He said the purification drive against corruption are being carried out across the country. Earlier, the Presidium member of Awami League, Ramesh Chandra Sen MP, inaugurated the council. District Awami League President and freedom fighter Aminul Islam Munju Mondol presided over the function. Among others, Awami League Joint General Secretary Jahangir Kabir Nanok, Organizing Secretary B.M. Mozammil Haq, and District Awami League General Secretary and District Council Chairman Muhammad Zafar Ali were present on the occasion. Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood called upon all the countries across the globe to initiate united and coordinated efforts to face the adverse effect of the climate change. He said Bangladesh is one of the innocent victims of the climate change. The Information Minister made the call while addressing at a side event talks titled Climate Change Initiative of Bangladesh, organized by Bangladesh Pavilion of the COP25 at Madrid in Spain last night. Bangladesh, Korea and Japan jointly organized the event. Dr. Hassan Mahmood said the priority sectors in Bangladesh are education and health. But Bangladesh is not able to lay sufficient importance to those sectors due to the adverse effect of the climate change, which is created for the luxurious life standard of the developed countries. The minister said the global temperature has already increased by 1 degree. Dr. Hassan Mahmood said if the present rate of carbon emission continues in future, then the increasing of the temperature will be 3 degrees higher than the pre-industrial era. In this situation, it is necessary for all the countries across the world to take coordinated efforts to face the challenge of the climate change. Dr. Hassan Mahmood said Bangladesh has taken various steps to face the adverse effect of climate change, which is the resource of constraint, and set up more than 50 lakh solar panels throughout the country. Myanmar cannot be trusted to hold its soldiers accountable for alleged atrocities across its Rohingya Muslim minority, and measures to stop the violence needs to be taken immediately. Gambia said this, speaking on the third and final day of hearing at the International Court of Justice in the case brought by Gambia under the 1948 Genocide Convention at Hague, Netherlands today. Gambia's Justice Minister Abu Bakr Tambodou said Myanmar had not even tried during the hearing to deny most of the accusations of extreme violence made against its military, known officials as the Tatmadaw Nor, and the mass deportation of Rohingya following a 2017 crackdown. Statements from Myanmar that it was taking action to prosecute soldiers across the wrongdoings were incredibly, he added. How can anyone possibly expect the Tatmadaw to hold itself accountable for genocide acts against the Rohingya when 6 of its top generals, including the Commodore-in-Chief, Senior General Min Aung Hlaing, have all been accused of genocide by the UN fact-finding mission and recommended for criminal prosecution, he told the panel of 17 judges at ICJ. He was referring to the findings of a UN investigators who is in the August 2018 report said that Myanmar military had carried out killing and mass rape and genocide intent in the 2017 operation in the state of Rakhine of Myanmar.
Of physical abuse, rape or other forms of sexual violence, burning of homes or villages, destruction of lands and livestock, the physical destruction of the Rohingya group in whole or in part.
The Appellate Division of the Supreme Court today scrapped a bail plea filed by Begum Khaleda Zia in Zia Charitable Trust graft case. The petition is dismissed with observation. A 6-member apex court bench headed by Chief Justice Syed Mahmood Hussain passed the order after going through medical report of Begum Khaleda Zia submitted by Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University BSMMU authorities. The apex court asked the BSMMU authorities to provide Begum Khaleda Zia advanced treatment quickly as per the recommendations of the medical board with her consent. Now international news. The UK is going to the polls for the country's third general election in less than 5 years. The contest, the first to be held in December in early 100 years, follows those in 2015 and 2017. Polling stations in 650 constituencies across England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland opened this morning. After the polls close at 2200 GMT, counting will begin straight away. Most results are due to be announced in the early hours of Friday morning. Elections in the UK traditionally take place every 4 or 5 years, but in October, MPs voted for the second snap poll in many years. New Zealand police have said they plan to recover bodies from White Island, where a volcanic eruption killed at least 8 people on Friday morning. A recovery mission will go ahead despite the risk of another eruption, police said. GeoNet, New Zealand's geological hazard information site, said today there was a 50 to 60% chance of another eruption within the next 24 hours. But families of the victims are growing increasingly desperate for the bodies to be recovered. Police said they were planning to high-speed recovery of the bodies. At least 8 people are thought to be on the island following the eruption on Monday. All are presumed dead. Greta Thunberg, the Swedish schoolgirl who inspired a global movement to fight climate change, has been named Time magazine's Person of the Year for 2019. The 16-year-old is the youngest person to be chosen by the magazine in a tradition that started in 1927. Speaking at a UN climate change summit in Madrid before the announcement, she urged world leaders to stop using creative PR to avoid real action. The next decade would define the planet's future, she said. Last year, the teenager started an environmental strike by missing lessons most Fridays to protest outside the Swedish Parliament building. It sparked a worldwide movement that became popular with the hashtag Fridays for Future.
Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal has said no musical arrangement will be allowed under open places on the occasion of the 31st night celebration. He said this after a meeting at his ministry conference room over maintaining law and order during the Christmas Day and 31st night. Home Minister said all kinds of musical activities and fireworks under the open sky will not be allowed between 6 p.m. on 31st December 2019 and 6 p.m. on January 1, 2020. Besides, carrying all kinds of arms will also be prohibited during the time, he added. A 5-member delegation from France, led by Member of French Parliament Alain David, met with the State Minister for Disaster Management Relief, Dr. Mohammed Enamur Rahman, at the Secretariat today. During the meeting, Dr. Enamur Rahman informed the French delegation that loss of lives and properties was less during Cyclone Bulbul due to the preparedness to face the natural calamity. The French delegation praised Bangladesh for its remarkable successes in facing Cyclone Foni and Bulbul. They also said that Bangladesh is now a role model of disaster management across the world. The State Minister for Information, Dr. Murad Hassan, has said deep gratitude must be paid to all the freedom fighters who defeated the Pakistan forces and brought the independence of Bangladesh. He said this while addressing a meeting to mark the Occupation-Free Day organized by Shoishabari Upozila Mukti Jodha Shangshod in Jamalpur today. The State Minister said the people of Bangladesh stand distinguished in the world under the leadership of daughter of Bangabandhu Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, the architect of a modern, digital, developed and prosperous country. Among others, Shoishabari Upozila Chairman Giyasuddin Pathan, Upozila Awami League President Sanoar Hussain Badsha, General Secretary Vice President Haruna Rashid and former Mukti Jodha Commodore Mufazzal Hussain spoke on the occasion. Later, a rally was brought out from Mukti Jodha Shangshod area and paraded the main roads before ending at Bausi Mukti Jodha Sriti Sharoni. Information Secretary Abdul Malik called for resisting those who create and spread rumors throughout Facebook and other social media. He said this while distributing certificates among the newly recruited engineers of Bangladesh Betar at National Institute of Mass Communication Auditorium in the capital today. Director General of Bangladesh Betar, Narayan Chandrashil, among others, was present on the occasion with NIMC Director General Shahin Islam in the chair. The Information Secretary urged the engineers of Bangladesh Betar to remain alert so that none can create anarchy in the society by spreading rumors. Later, the Information Secretary distributed certificates among the trainees and uncovered a souvenir named Protidhoni.
And now, sports news. Rajshahi Royals beat Dhaka Platoon by 9 wickets in the first match of the day of the Bangabandhu BPL in Mirpur today. Rajshahi Royals won the toss and sent Dhaka to bat first. Dhaka scored 134 runs for 9 in their stipulated 20 overs. Anamul Haq scored 38 runs for Dhaka. In reply, Rajshahi Royals reached their victory target of 135 runs and scored 136 for only 1 wicket with 10 balls remaining. Hazratullah Jazai was unbeaten on 56 runs, while Shoaib Malik was unbeaten on 36 for Rajshahi. Liton Das scored 39 runs for Rajshahi. In the second match of the day, Khulna Tigers defeated Chattogram Challengers by 8 wickets. Chattogram Challengers batted first and scored 144 runs for 6 wickets in their stipulated 20 overs. Mukhtar Ali was unbeaten on 29 runs for Chattogram. In reply, Khulna Tigers reached their victory target and scored 146 runs for 2 in 13 overs 5 balls. Riley Rousseau was unbeaten on 64 runs, while Rahmanullah Gurbez scored 50 runs for Khulna. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina asks government officials to guard against graft and bribery. Khaleda Zia in jail for corruption. Government cannot do anything to bail her out, says Awaid al-Qadir. Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood suggests coordinated effort to face climate change impact. Hearing in Rohingya genocide case continues for a third day at ICJ. Myanmar's denial not acceptable as ample evidence can prove charges, maintains Gambia. Polls continues in UK general election deciding fate of Brexit. And in Bangabandhu BPL, Rajshahi Royals beat Dhaka Platoon by 9 wickets. Khulna Tigers defeat Chattogram Challengers by 8 wickets in the other match.
And that is all from the newsroom at the moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we invite you to watch our 11:30 Bangla News. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.